Disciplining your mind is one of the most powerful tools you can master in life. It's the difference between drifting aimlessly and moving with precision toward a destination you've chosen. The mind, left unchecked, can be a storm of distractions, doubts, and fleeting desires. But with discipline and a clear goal, it transforms into the most formidable ally you could ever hope for. Imagine for a moment a sculptor standing before a massive block of marble. To the untrained eye, it's just a rock, heavy and inert. But the sculptor sees something more. He sees the statue hidden inside, waiting to be revealed. The chisel in his hand is not unlike the discipline of the mind. Every stroke, every careful decision brings his vision closer to reality. Without discipline, the marble remains unchanged. With it, a masterpiece emerges. This is the power of a clear goal. It gives shape to your thoughts, focus to your energy, and direction to your actions. Without a clear goal, your mind jumps from one idea to the next, never settling, never making progress. But when you define what you truly want, you create a beacon that guides you through the fog of distractions. Let's consider a story. Once, in a small mountain village, lived a young woman named Mira. She dreamed of becoming a doctor, not for glory or riches, but to help her community, which had no medical care. But Mira's path was anything but easy. Her family struggled to make ends meet, and most days, she worked in the fields from sunrise to sunset. The idea of going to school, let alone university, seemed impossible, but Mira's goal was clear. Every morning she reminded herself what she was working toward. She disciplined her mind, refusing to let challenges and doubts take root. At night, while others slept, she studied under the dim light of a lantern. She carved out moments during the day to memorize anatomy, to read about illnesses, to practice her English. Her friends invited her to festivals and gatherings, but Mira often declined, not out of lack of desire for joy, but because her goal demanded sacrifice. There were days when exhaustion threatened to overwhelm her. When her hands ached from labor and her eyelids drooped with fatigue, the temptation to give up whispered in her ear. But Mira had learned the trick to disciplining her mind. She broke her goal into small, manageable tasks. Instead of thinking about the years of schooling ahead, she focused on learning a single chapter, solving one problem, mastering one concept. Each small victory built her confidence and fueled her determination. As the years passed, Mira faced setbacks. She failed a test. She missed a scholarship by a single point. Each time she allowed herself a moment of disappointment, but never let it linger. She trained her mind to see failure not as defeat, but as feedback. She asked herself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? This mindset, this discipline, became her armor. Eventually, Mira earned a place at a distant university. The road ahead was still difficult, but her mind was now a disciplined instrument, tuned to her purpose. She studied, she persevered, and she graduated at the top of her class. Years later, she returned to her village as Dr. Mira, bringing hope and healing to the community that had once seemed out of reach. Mira's story is not unique in its hardship, but it is extraordinary in its lesson. The power of a clear goal, combined with the discipline of mind, can turn even the most unlikely dreams into reality. So how can you cultivate this discipline in your own life? First, define your goal with absolute clarity. Be specific. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success look like for you? Is it mastering a skill, building a business, running a marathon, or something else entirely? Write down your goal. Visualize it. The more real it becomes in your mind, the more power it holds over your actions. Next, break your goal into smaller steps. The journey to any meaningful achievement is made up of countless tiny actions, repeated day after day. Identify what you can do today, this week, this month, that moves you closer to your goal. Celebrate these small milestones. They are the building blocks of progress. Third, train your mind to focus. In a world filled with distractions, this is no easy task. Set boundaries for your time and attention. Use tools like meditation or journaling to quiet the noise and sharpen your concentration. Remind yourself daily of your purpose and what's at stake. Fourth, embrace setbacks as part of the process. Every obstacle is an opportunity to learn, grow, and strengthen your resolve. The disciplined mind does not fear failure. It welcomes it as a teacher. Finally, surround yourself with inspiration. Read stories of those who have walked the path before you. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that support your journey. Let their energy fuel your own. Disciplining your mind is not a one-time event. It is a practice, a habit, a way of life. Some days will be harder than others. You will be tempted to stray, to give in to comfort and distraction. But remember Mira's lesson. The mind, when disciplined by a clear goal, becomes an unstoppable force. You have within you the power to choose your direction, to set your sights on a destination that matters to you, to train your mind, step by step, to follow where your heart leads. The world is full of noise and obstacles, but clarity of purpose and discipline of mind will light your path through darkness and doubt. So, take a deep breath. Picture your goal. Commit yourself to the small actions, the daily discipline, the courage to keep going even when the way is hard. You are the sculptor, and your life is the masterpiece waiting to be revealed. The journey will not be easy, but the reward, the realization of your deepest dream, is worth every step. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the story. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing,